This week on New Neighbourhoods, we're heading out to Melbourne's west to find out what growth has been happening here over the last 5 to 10 years. Has the infrastructure kept up with the boom?
Well, once this was farmland, basically, a whole lot of nature and a couple of old historic homesteads, but now...
Not anymore.
Now that's changed. There's a real thriving cultural and art scene. So what land is coming up available in the next 12 months, and what does it look like if you want to live here?
Well, as always, we have got all of the answers. It is so good to be back for another episode. Good to see you again. So Melbourne's west this week, Emmylou.
Yeah.
I mean, this, you know, when I was maybe a late teenager, I first moved to Australia in the 90s, late 90s. Show my age a little bit.
I was going to say.
Shush. The west was just something that you'd go through, like on the way to Ballarat, Geelong, or maybe you'd have like broccoli farm or something out here.
Yeah.
But now, completely different story. So it is bustling. Transport links, all the new neighbourhoods they're building around here as well. It is booming. And thanks to our partners at OpenLot.com.au, we have been given all of that behind the scenes info about all that land that is about to come online. So super exciting episode.
Well, as you said, Walt, it is a melting pot of culture, but it also is a mixed economy of business, tourism and leisure. Now, if you do want to commute, plenty of transport options. You've got freeway links, you've got train lines, you've got bus routes, but with suburbs like Wyndham Harbour, Point Cook, Werribee and Wyndham Vale all offering the best in land, shopping and schools, it's no wonder this place is growing.
Yeah.
Shall we get cracking?
I'm so excited. Let's
go.
do it.
Communities from across the globe are transforming Melbourne's west into one of the most dynamic regions in the state. From growing small businesses to building thriving neighbourhoods, you can really see their impact in schools, cafes and hospitals. And what that means is adding value to these new neighbourhoods with larger houses, increase in jobs through schools, hospitality, community services as well.
So Melbourne's west, I mean, an absolute cultural melting pot these days. You know, there's an emerging food scene out here. It's busy, busy, busy. Infrastructure's gone in, all the big new tunnels and stuff. There are, of course, investments in schools. It's just absolutely going crazy. Jobs and, of course, thousands of new residents.
Well, where we are, we're around 15 minutes from the main part of Werribee and about the same from Hoppers Crossing. Now, we're just under an hour away from Melbourne, but this morning it was only 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's because it was 6 a.m. when you got in the car as well.
That is true, but it's no wonder that Werribee is growing and growing fast.
Well, this is Jubilee.
How nice.
It's a great name, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've been here before on my travels, and actually it's about 10 years old. They just celebrated their 10-year anniversary, which is super cool. It's got everything that you would expect in terms of amenities from a big development, you know, the shopping centres and all that kind of stuff. But it's right on the edge of town, so you're surrounded by open space, by, you know, serenity and calmness. I mean, you can see hills over there and there's farmland over there, so it's just a nice vibe.
It's so nice, and it's so close to everything as well. So Jubilee is kind of like a self-contained sanctuary, and I'm here with Matt. Now, he's the head of sales for Lotus Living. Tell me about, because it's kind of sectioned off into 3 different sections, is that right?
Yes, we've got Mill Quarter, Scholars Green and Urban Square. They're all different precincts and they're all really for different buyers within our community. So you've got some upgraders, you've got some first home buyers and we've got some apartment complexes as well.
Oh, well, a bit of everything really then.
Yeah.
And that's one thing this development is known for. It's about the diversity of people living here. So you've got such a mix of people living here, working here in the area or commuting, because the location's the key to this, isn't it?
We're nestled between Melbourne and Geelong. We're actually 36 kilometres from Melbourne and only 44 kilometres from Geelong. So it's nice to be within 2 major town centres.
But I was quite impressed with my 40-minute travel or commute from Melbourne.
They don't call you lead for Emmylou for nothing.
No, it wasn't.
She's like, you know, what do you call him? Schumacher.
Now, tell me about amenities. You know, for me, I'm a mum with schooling, things like that. What can we expect if we're living in this area?
Well, currently we've got on the ground a club Jubilee, and that's a residents-only club. So only our residents that are here in our community have access to that, and that's got water slides, it's got a water park, and it's also got a gym facility as well. Coming though, we're very excited to announce that we've got P12 College with MacKillop College coming on site. So we're expecting that to hit the ground around 2028.
When it's finished in the end, how many sort of families are we looking at, you reckon?
Well, we're going to be home to about 7,000 families within this corridor. So we're one of the biggest projects within the Western Corridor. Many of our residents work in the city, and we know that many of our residents also live in Geelong. So it's a nice commute for everyone.
So the employment precinct, I read about that. Tell me a little bit more about that, because that sounds really interesting. I have not heard that term.
It's going to be massive.
We're very excited about the employment precinct. It's going to be home to big business and small business. Many of our residences are tradies, for example, and looking to be able to open up businesses within their doorstep or on their doorstep.
Give us a lowdown on lifestyle, outdoorsy stuff.
Yeah. Well, we've got a new Cosmopolitan Park that we just opened. So that was opened for our 10th 10-year celebration. It has fabulous play equipment for the children. It's about a 1 hectare park. It's got a dogs off leash area as well as a half basketball court. Awesome. We're also situated on the Bland Road and within the Bland Road precinct, or within our corridor, our project, we have a sporting oval that's about the size of 30 rugby ovals. So that's 23 hectares of sporting grounds that will be coming in the near future.
I mean, there's lots ready to be built on, playgrounds ready to be played in, houses ready to move into,
Bike tracks ready to be cycled on.
and swimming pools ready to be swum in.
Yes.
I mean, this has got it going on here. The thing is with Jubilee, you've got 10 years of hindsight under your belt, because that's how long it's been open, to see that they're doing a good job. And if you're looking to live out in the West, why wouldn't you come here? It's got big thumbs up for me.
Exactly. So if you want any more information, if you want to check out the master plan, find out all the prices as well, you can head to myjubilee.com.au, and they've got all the information there. But for now, is it coffee time?
It's hot chocolate time. Here, I've got you a hand warmer.
Oh, how gorgeous.
Do you know it's
That's
3.8
sweet.
that feels like temperature?
This program is brought to you by OpenLot.com.au, Australia's trusted source for land and builders.
This week on New Neighbourhoods, we're focusing our research on Melbourne's west. We're looking at Hoppers Crossing, Wyndham Vale and beautiful Werribee. Now, it is predicted that this area alone counts for about 21% of Victoria's entire growth from between 2021 and 2046, which means that the regional growth for this area is over 70%. And that means in 20 years' time, this entire area alone will have a population of 1.5 million people.
Where have you taken me?
This is downtown Werribee. This is the epicenter of where it all happens.
I am very interested in what is behind us. I love that just behind you guys there is a river, and it's so gorgeous. There's so many massive trees. And
The piazza here and
it's
everything.
really cool.
Yeah, so thought we'd check out this for a bit of lunch. This is Tucker's. So one of the institutions, if you come to Werribee, like this is where you come. They do the beautiful big breakout melty sandwiches and all that. So purely for research purposes, I thought we'd go and check it out. What do you reckon?
I love a good sanger.
You're such a bogan sometimes. Sanger.
I am such a bogan and I am proud of it. I'm from WA, mate.
Oh my God.
This is cool. You did well, Walt.
I
Hello,
know.
how are
Hey, guys, how are
you?
you?
I've heard good things about the pastrami melt.
Yes.
Loads of cheese.
Heaps of
Definitely
cheese.
want the string.
And a couple of locals have told me about the Captain Chook. You know what's been really amazing about this job is that we have gotten to travel all over Australia and go and explore and investigate all these new neighbourhoods which are popping up, you know?
I have learned so much.
And we've taught you what land there is to buy, what life would be like when you live there. But of course, then you've got your land, you've got to build on it. So you need to make decisions then about what kind of builder that you're going to use, single story, double story, all the bells and whistles. And here's where a lot of people come unstuck. It's about choosing that right builder.
Well, first things first, and you taught me this, you've got to go to a display home. You've got to meet your builder. You have to investigate the quality of work, the price. Now, inside this gorgeous GJ Gardner home, we have a guy that has been in the industry for a hugely long time. Let's go meet him.
Let's go and grill him like a cheese toasty. Well, Peter, great to meet you.
Yes, good to meet you guys as well.
This is a beautiful house, isn't it?
It is stunning.
Yes.
Now, what did you call it? 'Cause I need to
Homeliness
know.
as soon as you walk in. It's called the Millbrook.
Oh,
Yes.
I love it.
Welcome to the Millbrook, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a GJ Gardner home and you're a franchisee. What do you think it is about GJ that's really changing the game? Because you're a really well-known builder. Why are people keep coming back time and time again?
Yeah, look, I think with GJ Gardner Homes, you get the best of both worlds. You do get to work with a builder that is well known and trusted, but at the same time, you get to deal with a franchise owner who is local and with you every step of the way.
Yeah.
I love that aspect. I don't think we've ever had a franchisee of a building company before on the show. So
That's right.
it is a really good point that you're working with someone local to the area, because that makes such a difference to understanding where you're actually going to build your home.
But also the trades play footy together, they grow up together, they know what soil types are where, they know who's done the farmland before. You know, they just know stuff, which
Yeah.
sometimes you lack in a big build, isn't it, really? Is
Yeah,
it
you
true?
don't get that, and it works for a really good process on site as well. We always use the same trades, they're all local, the suppliers, and you know, we do sponsor local footy teams and whatnot, so it all intertwines, and so we see each other a lot.
So what trends are you seeing when people are wanting to build their first home, or maybe it's their second home? What are we seeing nowadays?
Yeah, look, we're getting a lot of new trends that come through. Being a custom builder, we get to hear everyone's thoughts and ideas. We are getting a lot of voids and a lot of skylights, as you can see through this home. So, we're happy to deal with anyone, any ideas that do come through. But we're really seeing a real focus on the voids and the natural light that's coming through in each home.
It's a big thing, and I have been to a lot of display houses throughout my career, and you know, like you're seeing a real big shift towards multi-generational living as well.
We're very fortunate in this area. We do a bit of everything really. So we've got the smaller investment lots, they're about 15 squares, all the way through to, like you mentioned, the multi-generational homes that can be 65 squares plus.
Wow.
So yeah, it keeps us busy.
So Pete, why GJ Gardner Homes?
Yeah, look, GJ Gardner Homes is a very strong brand. We've been around for a very long time. There's about 150 franchises around the world, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very strong brand.
And did you say around the world?
Around the world, yeah.
So not just
Very
nationwide?
big in
Wow.
Australia, New Zealand and the US now.
Oh my goodness.
There's a lot of support and a lot of numbers and criteria that come from all these franchises that really give us a good base to understand what works, what doesn't, and what's going to work locally for us here.
And you know what I love about this model is that you've put your entire life, your savings, your risk, your family into your business to carry that GJ Gardner flag, just as a homeowner would, to come to you to build their house. You're it, you're their everything, you're their one chance.
Yeah.
So you've got to do it right, and I feel like you just care a little bit more, you know?
Yeah, as franchise owners, we're there every step of the way. It's not uncommon for a franchise owner to be there at a site visit at an empty block and then hand over the keys at handover. So
Do you get any invites to housewarming parties?
we do barbecues.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've been to a few of those, so they go really well.
Mate, you are the quintessential example of what a great builder should be. Like, you can trust, it's about
Yeah.
trust, it's about friendliness, it's about that journey.
Well, when you walk into these homes, you can really tell them apart. Well, especially now that I've got a few episodes under my belt.
Yeah.
And you can, really distinguish a quality builder, someone who's got that experience as well.
Yeah, and the thing is with GJ Gardner, you'll work very closely with them because it's your builder, you're a franchisee from your area, and you can decide whether you want Hamptons, whether you want Scandi, whether you want coastal, all that kind of stuff. And they'll build from first home buyers through to, upsizers, through to knockdown rebuilds as well. So it's quite a large portfolio of houses which they'll build. The best thing, what we've always found, is just go to their website because you can find out the prices, which is very important, and what you can build and where you can build stuff. We came across them online. It is all at gjgardner.com.au. The The west of Melbourne has seen unprecedented investment in infrastructure, and you have things like the new Westgate Tunnel opening later on this year. There's been massive investment in hospitals, in the Melton train line, and all the new stations popping up along that route as well. And you just need to ask the locals that West is best, and they'll tell you that they love living around here. And there's a lot of fun stuff to do around here as well. Shopping, food, entertainment, zoos, you name it, it's all happening in Melbourne's West. This is cool.
Yeah, well, it's an ice skating, but it's a pop-up, so it's just here for, I think, a few days. How cool is that?
Well, this is normally a car park, so you go and park your car in here.
Wow.
So they put this on for the kids' school holidays and things. So
Yep.
you come ice skating. Have you ever ice skated before?
I am the worst. I've attempted it once, and then, yeah, absolutely
I know,
never
I
again.
ripped tendons off my knee the last time I did it 15 years ago.
I know, I heard
Never
that
again.
story.
I'm like drunk Bambi.
Honey, baby.
Now, it really is a vibe here, and it's booming. So they're putting a huge amount of money into this area. So there's a lot of different things happening in terms of work-wise, but also entertainment-wise as well.
Yeah, and it's crazy because this is happening sort of everywhere around Australia. So most of our big cities, our major regional towns have these growth corridors, and people are buying house and land. But what's the one thing that we've probably done the most of when we've been trawling through all the different display villages and developments?
Travel.
Yeah.
Lots of travel.
Just sitting in the car,
Lots, yes.
listening to your dodgy music and you singing, all the rest of it.
His playlist is the worst.
The thing is, it's like, you know, that's how we do it. So we go and find a display village that has the rows of builders that have their display houses in. And it takes a lot of time, but what we're about to show you now is a complete game changer.
This is so out of control. I love it. So it's an industry first, and what you can do basically, so think of it like this. You know when you do maps and it's like a virtual tour?
Street view.
This is a 3D virtual tour of the display villages, but also the homes. Like you can go into the houses, walk through the front door, check out all of these homes.
You know when you've used maps before, I've used maps and Street View, I've always like, God, I'd love to knock on that door and go in and have a look around.
Yeah.
This is what you can do. So let's pick a development and say Melbourne, because that's where we are today. So if you just go to OpenLot.com.au, I mean, you're going to find all your land options here anyway and things for sale, but you can actually go to choose on the top here. Let's go to Victoria, on the Victoria tab, and there you can see all of the display land options and display villages which are there. So if we click on this one, this is actually where we filmed the GJ Gardner house yesterday. And there we are on the street. So we can now walk around with arrows, and if we like this house, which is the one we went into, we can just click on that little green icon, boop, and we're inside the house.
Now, of course, we're going to want to go and view this in real life, obviously. But this means that you can shortlist what you like, what you don't like, what you maybe like as well, or maybe you were saying before, like things.
Sometimes you go and look at sites, you go, I would never look at that. But when you go and have a quick look online, because you've got the time, you're like, oh, I actually really like that part of it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's a good one. So we can just go back onto the street, move along here. I mean, look, we all do tons of research online, don't we, anyway, before we go and try and choose our builders. And you might already know that you want to go and build with a GJ Gardner, for example, but you don't want to spend 3 hours driving across the entire city to look at the different displays.
Yeah.
So you can just cut yourself down some slack here and go and do it online. Any device works, mobile phones, laptops, but it's a virtual environment, and it is the real display village, and it's the actual house in that display village that you're going to look at.
There are about 2,000 display homes set up there and around 115 display villages around Australia.
Yeah, you can see them
That's crazy.
all listed there. It's a game changer. We love this. It is free, completely free. Just jump onto their website if you head to OpenLot.com.au and do a search for any display village in Australia.
You're going to have fun.
So do you want to see something really cool?
Yes.
So obviously we're in a hidden entrance here. You know, you're just off the main street in Werribee. If you want a nice glass of wine and sit down and have an evening, can you guess where it is?
Well, I'm guessing it's somewhere in this vicinity where it says corked and there's wine bottles.
Yeah, but how are you going to get in?
Come on, show me what you got.
Press that red button. Are you ready?
All right.
Follow me, me lady.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this.
He has the inside scoop on everything.
This is pretty fancy, isn't it, in here? We're in a wine bar. first time.
So fancy. Mitch, you own several businesses here in Werribee, and I feel like you're a bit of a dark horse because you haven't exactly told us how amazing they are, but now seeing them, they're incredible.
Yeah, thank you. So we've tried many spots in the area and tried to offer everything that we can to the locals.
So you've lived here all your life?
Yeah, all my life, been here all my life, so I've seen huge changes.
Huge growth?
Werribee used to get a bit of a stigma before, but it's really become an area to move to and invest in.
Well, it's, you know, people that have lived here for ages have always known it's fantastic, and you know that Melburnians have always poo-pooed the West a little bit. We've said this a lot on this episode, but you know, you guys are having the last laugh because the property prices are growing, population is growing.
We've got a beach, we've got rivers, we've got, you know, we're down the road from Geelong Surf Coast area.
Yeah.
30 minutes from the CBD.
Wyndham Harbour too.
Wyndham Harbour along the beach there.
Down there now.
Forgetting that.
Yeah. You don't realise we've got an opportunity. We've got a lot of bushland, and we've got rivers, we've got beaches.
Yeah.
We've got hospitality scenes changed increasingly due to the demand.
And business is good with that demand. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got several of them as a businessman in this town. You know, are you making things work? You're paying your bills.
Yeah, we are paying the bills. Hospitality the last couple of years post-COVID has been a tough industry, but it's like anything. If you do it well and you do it properly, people will come and support you.
I have absolutely loved discovering the West. Okay, so you've been saying it all episode. I'm going to say it now. The West is best. It's such a vibe. It's so diverse as well.
Those that live here already know this,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
It's been great. Jubilee Estate was fantastic. So lots of new houses going up there, all the parks and everything. Loved hanging out with Mitch in Werribee.
so
Great
impressive.
restaurant and food scene here as well. It's got it going on, you know.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd like to see any of the stories we've featured from today's episode or the entire season, of course, it's all on our website. If you head over to Neighbourhoods.com.au, you'll find us hanging out there.
And don't forget to add Walt and I and New Neighbourhoods on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Yeah.
But for now, that's it. See you later.